Hello, everybody. It is Pine the Payer, Coach Pine Bubbling. However, you know me, you know whose video you clicked on. Standing in front of the camera after another Chiefs win for a change. Chiefs beat the Bengals by a score of 25-17. This was an interesting game. It never really looked out of the possibility that either team was going to win this one. It always looked like at any moment the momentum could shift and one team would run away with it. And really, it shouldn't have been that way. But the offense, while they did play better than they have for most of the season, the offense just continues to not be very good in the red zone. And I believe they call it the green zone now, where it's just that area outside of the red zone. Once we get into opponent territory, the Chiefs don't really have a good success rate in terms of turning field goals into touchdowns. Harrison Butker made 6 field goals in this one game this week against the Bengals. And you take away the Chiefs' touchdown, we still beat the Bengals just off of the leg of Harrison Butker. Now, good teams will find a way to win no matter what, and that's what this was. This was a good team finding a way to win a football game. But the offense has to be better in the red zone and the green zone if we want to have any success in the playoffs. Something that I think kind of tags along with that is running the ball more. Throughout Andy Reid's entire career, he has been a bit shy about running the football. It seems like, I've said this in previous videos, it seems like there will be one week where that's all he does is run the football, and then the next week he completely abandons the run game. One drive, he'll run it down their throat. The next drive, he won't run it at all. It's been consistent throughout his career. And you look at these playoff runs that the Chiefs have had in recent years, and every time we've found success, we were consistently running the ball and running the ball well. That's going to be key with one of the better interior offensive lines in the league and a really good running back in Isaiah Pacheco. Once we get to January, which we are in now, Happy New Year, by the way, and February, running the ball is going to become vastly more important because it's going to really come down to time of possession and success on the thirds and shorts in the red zone, things of that nature that the Chiefs just haven't been good at this year. I thought the defense played overall an okay game. Started off pretty rough, letting touchdown, field goal touchdown, just kind of opening the floodgates for a bit to start. But once they kind of got into the rhythm, once they started getting pressure, containing Jake Browning, I thought the defense played exceptional. After those first few points got put on the board, I thought the defense played great. And that's one thing that really bugs me about this year. We're not wasting a year of elite offense without a defense like we have in previous years. This year, we're wasting an elite defense. And that is kind of rare for the Chiefs in recent years to have a really, really good defense. We've had a good defense in the playoffs. We've never really, in the Patrick Mahomes era, had a good defense in the regular season. If the success of the defense translates to January and February, this Chiefs team could beat anybody. It's like Patrick Mahomes said a few weeks ago, if we clean it up, we clean up the drops, clean up the penalties, clean up the turnovers, the Chiefs are a good enough team to beat anybody. And I agree with Patrick Mahomes in that statement. It's just, can we clean it up? We are constantly shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers and drops and things of that nature. And we haven't seen anybody really on the coaching staff that I've seen. Now, I'm sure in practice and in the locker rooms, things look different. We haven't really seen anybody take that, as I mentioned last week, that bad coach role with this team. And sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. Eric Bieniemy is doing a great job out in Washington. Like I said last week, I would not be surprised if he gets promoted to head coach at the end of this season. Shout out to Harrison Butker. Like I said, made 6 field goals in this game. You take away the Chiefs' touchdown, we still win this game just off of the back or off of the leg, rather, of Harrison Butker. Looking a bit forward, Chiefs have clinched their division, clinched a playoff spot. Once we face a real scrambling quarterback, I think they could really give us trouble. You look at the top seed in the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens. They got Lamar Jackson, the best scrambling quarterback in the league. I trust Spagnuolo and his defense. The game plan needs to look vastly different than it has in previous weeks. We have been, I'm not going to say killed, but we've been open, I'll say, to a running quarterback. Jake Browning, not known for his mobility, ran all over the Chiefs for the first half or so. Locker room adjustments happened. Didn't really do anything on the ground in the second half. But we're going to need to come out and really, really game plan hard for some of these scrambling quarterbacks into the playoffs. I'm Pine the Pear, and that's my take. I'll see you in the next one.